HFM, and a gentleman who is with us as he tries to be each and every week. Things permitting and life permitting is Taz. Are you there, sir?
Hi, Bodie. Yes, I am. Thanks as always for having me.
Well, we try. Thank you for joining us. Now, you are from Giglist, gigs in giglist.com.au. We like to chat local music because we are an all-80 station Monday, Friday, 6am to 6pm, but we love to support live and local music when and where we can. So what's happening this week?
So, this week, we've got a really stacked weekend, to be honest. There's a really massive weekend happening in Perth with quite a fair bit on. So, the weekend is going to be dominating what I've got to say a little bit, but before we get to the weekend, though, there's actually a few touring artists who are in town at the moment.
Uh-huh.
So local music, absolutely the thing. But there's a couple of touring artists that just have to be mentioned. Australian artists, but they're on tour at the moment. So tonight, actually, we have at the Astor Theatre, we have Arlo Parks. Now, Arlo has recently released a new album. Arlo blends a pretty interesting sound. It's sort of like a electronic sound with like an sort of indie singer-songwriter type vocal, but she does it with a band. So quite interesting. A really nice sort of chilled out type of vibe. Her voice is absolutely lovely. So she's tonight at the Astor Theatre in Mount Lawley at 7pm.
Yep.
Also, she's actually been nominated for multiple Grammys.
Oh, wow.
So talent is definitely present. So Arlo Parks in town tonight. She's got Phoebe Go supporting. So it's definitely a tour worth checking out.
Sounds very
that's
cool.
at the Astor Theatre.
Yeah, that's tonight on this, some would say wintry day, but that's the best thing. You can get indoors and listen to live and local music. What else has got your fancy for the week?
So jumping forward a little to Thursday, we have a bit of a local blues legend, Kerry B. Ryan. He's going to be at the Ellington Jazz Club from 7pm. Now, Kerry has a great blues set for the blues fan out there. You know, he does a bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan, a bit of B.B. King, Albert King, etc.
Yep.
Always puts on a good show.
Very cool. And anything on now, of course, Friday, Saturday and Sunday is kind of where the music scene kicks into gear. That's kind of their big days, I guess. What's tickled your fancy for Friday?
They're definitely big days this week as well. There's so much on. It was quite hard to sort of pick a standout, to be honest. I can't decide where I want to be. But I do want to quickly mention, though, one more thing about Thursday night is, interestingly enough, I counted no less than 6 open mic nights happening around town on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So lots of open mics happening as well if you're interested in, you know, booking a spot. But jump on Giglist to find out where they are exactly.
Yep.
But so Friday night, there's quite a few gigs on the go. So I've picked a few. Now, I promise I don't have any kind of arrangement with the Astor Theatre. It just so happens that they've got a fair bit happening at the moment.
Yep.
Mentioning touring artists, another tour worth mentioning, we have actually got Pete Murray coming through town. So he's hitting Perth this weekend.
Yep.
Now, he's actually doing 2 consecutive nights. So Pete Murray will actually be at the Astor Theatre Friday and Saturday night.
Very cool.
2 chances to catch him.
Yep.
So a bit of touring action coming to Perth at the moment. But Friday night, we've got some exciting local music as well. One of my sort of favourite local bands, actually. There's a sort of, I guess, what you would call a sort of psychedelic rock themed gig. It's kind of like, I suppose you could think like Black Sabbath sort of meets sort of Pink Floyd type vibes. A psychedelic rock lineup of 4 bands. We've got Sun Eater, Mage, The Wedges, and Halo of Teeth. So these guys are doing their thing at Badlands Bar on Friday night at 8pm.
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, Badlands Bar, definitely worth catching any gig you can while it's still there.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Sadly, that is going to be, I guess, no longer around very, very soon, but it is a great venue, so while you can and when you can, check out live bands there. What else has got your eyes for the weekend?
We've also got another show Friday night that, now I'm going to be honest, I have seen a couple of these band names around, but I haven't actually caught them live yet myself. So I'm actually curious to catch these guys. At Amplifier Bar on Friday night, we have called Two-Piece Feeds. We've got Commander Panda, Childlike Empress,
Yep.
Blackstone from the Sun, and Acid Winters. Now, Commander Panda, I've seen their name popping up a fair bit, so I'm kind of curious to see what sound is behind that title. So that's 7:30 Friday, so I might end up there. We'll see.
It's kind of Friday, Saturday and Sundays where you've got to split yourself in half. One half go to one venue, one half go to the other. There's so much happening. One that's caught my eye is a mainstay, I guess, in the WA music scene on Friday as well, is Darren Reed and the Soul City Groove. Now, they're at the Empire Bar.
Darren Reed and his crew, they
Yes.
put on a good show. They've been at it for quite a while, so as you can imagine, well-trained, well-honed artists. So always worth catching those guys.
Anything on Saturday night that you got your eye on that you're keen on going to?
Absolutely. Again, if I could take one ear and send each one to different places, I would Saturday night.
Yep.
So Saturday night, we actually have another touring artist, but he's actually a local Perth guy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Geordie Maxwell at the Mojo's Bar Frio on Saturday night. Geordie does like a acoustic singer-songwriter type format, but he puts on a fantastic show. He's a great songwriter. Geordie actually has Sash Seaborn supporting him and Jade Ritt. So these guys have been touring around. I mentioned them probably a month back. I think they were touring down Margaret River Way. The tour has now landed back in Perth, so here they are. Mojo's Bar Frio on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. So that's definitely a good show to catch if you like your chilled out sort of acoustic singer-songwriter songs.
Good show, good venue. There's a whole lot happening. Anything else? Hit me. I want more.
Yeah, there's too much. There's too much in the time that, there is to visit each show, but it's a good thing, the Perth is cranking, which is great to see.
Yeah.
We've also got, Pete Murray again doing his second night at the Astor Theatre Saturday. And then something a little bit different. If you're looking to sort of just, grab a dinner with the family and listen to some good tunes, the Subiaco Hotel has dueling pianos doing their thing at 8:30 Saturday.
Now, what's that about? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, you've not come across dueling pianos yet?
I think I've got an idea, but is that, excuse my non-musical knowledge, is that Courtney Murphy and another piano player by the sounds of it?
It's sort of like a Vegas-inspired type show, I guess, with the two sort of mini pianos on stage, playing a whole bunch of fantastic songs, and they put on like a sort of entertaining kind of back and forth where it's a little bit of a piano battle. To be honest, though, I'm not actually certain if this dueling pianos is Courtney.
Okay.
I have not confirmed that yet, but I have seen Courtney doing the dueling pianos in Perth, which that was a fantastic show when I saw it last.
Yep, the only way to find it is to make your way to the Subiaco Hotel on Saturday night and see if it is indeed him. Now, Sunday is kind of the wind-down day, get ready for, I guess, the working week. What's happening on Sunday?
Yeah, exactly, which, I thought for myself, I would like to see something a bit more sort of maybe something a little different, which Sunday is offering. So we actually have the Whopper students, the Whopper crew, are putting on a musical theatre show at the Rosemount Hotel at 6:30 p.m. So a little bit of entertainment. It's still technically a gig, a bit of music, but just, something a little different, I guess, the Whopper students at Rosemount Hotel.
Very nice.
There's one other show. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying these gigs are just coming thick and fast. I'm loving it. What else is going on?
Oh, and there's just so much variety. It's great. I did pick out one more show that I would like to get to myself Sunday, 5 o'clock p.m. at Lyrics Underground, which is a great venue.
Yep.
We have some local bands putting on a show. One in particular has caught my eye, Clandestine.
Yep.
So these are some Kalamunda locals, I believe, making their way out of the hills, coming down the hill to entertain the Perth crowd. So we've got Helen Townsend, Clandestine, and the Hardy McMurray kind.
It's all happening.